The Blackening is a horror comedy film that I saw the trailer for last year, but I didn't really check it out. This one leaned into more of the comedy than the horror, but it's basically directed by Tim Story, and it's about 8 black friends who get together in a cabin in the woods 10 years later for a reunion. Juneteenth, they're going to drink and do drugs and just party and play games, have fun. They basically are having a good time until they find the basement, the games room. They find the Blackening, which is a racist board game in the basement that pits them against each other. And one of their own has been taken hostage by a killer in a mask and wants to find out who is the most black out of all of them, and with sinister intentions, of course. So this movie does feel a little bit thin. It's based off a comedy sketch and they expanded it into a movie. However, it's really hard to take one core concept of everyone being black and playing on horror movie tropes for a full 90 minutes. So the movie is really anemic in that sense. The beginning is some character development, they're set up, and you get the game and the killer shows up. And the last hour of the movie is basically just running around and a couple of weird twists. They try to expand on the story, but it feels a little bit old hat. The movie's should be doing two things. It should be a little bit scary and fun and tension filled, and it should be hilarious. And the movie doesn't really quite manage to do that. I mean, I chuckled a few times, but definitely would probably better for black audiences, to be honest. It's not very accessible in that regard. In terms of the thrills, there's a couple of cool kills, but overall not enough kills to be a fun slasher, not really funny enough to be a horror comedy. And they said that the movie did do well enough, though, and on a budget of $5 million, it made about 18. So they want to make this kind of like a scary movie kind of deal where they have a different group of black friends getting together and a different killer, I guess. But overall, The Blackening is a very undemanding experiment. It was just okay for me, so I give it a 5 out of 10.